Subscriber alert, subscriber alert! Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is rated A for awesome. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and you're welcome. Enjoy! Hey, what's up everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, guys. Alright, before we start this video, I just want to give a special thanks to everybody out there who has been supporting my channel, and I just want to say this is kind of a milestone in my channel right now. You guys can see that right there. Right there. 1 million views. My channel has hit 1 million views. That's pretty damn special. As you guys know, I've been doing this for about almost 4 years, over 4 years now. So that means over 1 million pairs of eyes have watched my channel. That's insane. That is freaking insane. 1 million pairs of eyes have watched my content. And I just want to say thank you to everybody out there who supports my channel, likes, comments, all that great stuff. So sit back, relax, and let's start this video. What's up everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, guys, and welcome to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome. Today I'm going to be sharing some customs with you. I'm also going to be working on a custom, showing you an upcoming custom coming up in my other reviews, custom reviews. I've been doing a lot of custom videos. I've been probably customizing for probably about maybe 2 or 3 years now. I've worked as an artist. I started to, well, I've always drew when I was little, but I didn't officially pick up a paintbrush until I was probably about 20 years old. So we'll say close to 20 years. 20 years I've been an artist. So I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that I've been working on and some of the other stuff that I'm working on right now as we speak. And I'm going to show you a little bit of my customization process, show you what I use. So I'm going to, you know what, I'll just break out this character right here, just randomly. So this is my Warhammer Reaver right here, as you guys know. I did all this paint apps, paint detail, if you guys are familiar with Warhammer figures. You know, I did the paint work on the gun. I have reviews of this figure and all these figures that you're about to see right here. I did all the paint work, the red, the gold, the silver, even the face as well, the backpack. That's just a little bit of what I'm doing as well. Even to some like minor work as well, just applying some wash over a figure. Here's my Killer Croc right here. Just applied some green, numerous colors of green paint. Then I threw a black wash on him, then I threw the black wash on his pants as well. Right there, because if you guys have this figure, then you guys know how this figure is. He had some black, like, bottom pieces right here at the bottom of his pants, and did his feet as well to match with his torso, arms, chest, back area, face. Even touched up the face as well. Right now, I'm working on a custom Hulk figure, a Warhammer Hulk figure, a Gladiator Hulk figure. I'm going to show you a little bit of the process of what I'm doing with that Hulk. Right now, I'll show you. So right now I'm working on this, I guess, Gladiator Warhammer Hulk. The head sculpt right now is from, man, where is it from? I believe it's from Thor Ragnarok, Hulk Ragnarok Thor. I'm using like a green metallic paint. The Craft Smart right here, metallic paint right here. I just kind of want to make him a little bit different, you know, than your average Hulk. I want to touch up his face a little bit more green. Right now I'm touching up the areas where I got the green on, so I'm using simply a black marker to get rid of some of those black marks on, or excuse me, those green marks on his black gloves. But he's turning out pretty well. I got to do some touch-ups here and there. I got a smaller paintbrush, touch-ups here and there on his fingers. And that's kind of what I'm working on now. I still want to do his face as well. So now that I got the Hulk's face done, I'm going to wait for that to dry. I'm going to hit up his eyes with a little bit more black paint to make his eyeballs, his pupils a little bit more prevalent. I'm going to go over this helmet with some silver paint, make it a little bit more shiny, a little bit more silverish. I want to get rid of this white right here because obviously it's from Thor Ragnarok, and I don't want it to look like a Thor Ragnarok Hulk. I want him to look like a Spartan warrior, warlord Hulk. And that's the whole point in trying to make a custom, is trying to make him different, you know what I mean? And then after I do that, I'm going to do some touch-ups here and there. I'm going to add some silver onto his belt buckles, you know, all the whole kit and caboodle, as they would say. Here is some previous customs that you've seen in the past. Right here, custom Predators. I've been using a lot of NECA head sculpts with McFarlane bodies. As you guys can see, pretty much the three Predators, I was going to say Terminator, but 3 Predators. They're all McFarlane bodies with NECA head sculpts right there. And sometimes it's all about finding the right head sculpts too. And here is my custom Shao Kahn Space Marine right there. I did all the paint and details on him right there. And yeah, the head actually fit pretty well onto this peg. So in the overall scheme of this body, and that's why the head goes so well with the overall body. It actually goes very, very well. The coloring, the gold and the silver and the red, it's one I try to keep it like the main theme, the gold, silver and red, to kind of match with his helmet, the head sculpt, and then a hammer, being that this is a Warhammer figure, you know, give him a weapon right there. And then on the back, I did the back as well. If you guys want to see a review of that one, check that one out. Check that review out. Now, sometimes customs can be really, really simple. Take, for example, Plague Spawn right here. Didn't really do much to him. All I did was just added some paint apps onto this figure. Now, if you have this Plague Spawn, then you know he was just kind of all dark. Essentially what I did was throw on some numerous colors of purple and dark blue on him. I got the idea by looking at the box art, and there was a simple custom. Sometimes the figure doesn't really need much. Same thing with Deathstroke right here. Essentially what I did with this Deathstroke is just kind of remove his cape and then threw some paint on him, and then boom, he's kind of a new character, kind of your own simple Deathstroke. Necron was another great example. This guy turned out to be a really, really nice custom right here. If you guys are not familiar with this one is the Necron DC Blackest Night. Essentially, I just kind of want to make him into a Grim Reaper. He had all the elements pretty much to make a Grim Reaper. He had the scythe right here, this jacket right here, you know, you get from other action figures. I believe this was from a Yosaki Yojimbo. Remove the silver from his belt right there. Remove all the silver elements to make him more darker. So the silver design on his head right there, of course. I didn't really have to do much. I was thinking about maybe going over it with some gray paint, but what's the point? I just put the hoodie on him and boom, he's a Grim Reaper. And essentially that's what I did with him. He was a very, very easy, simple custom. Threw some black in there, got rid of that white. Then turn around. I made a split right here to where he can open his legs, and he's a little bit more articulated, and he's not hindered by this rubber right here. So this custom Necron turned out to be really, really cool. And the great thing about him too is, you know, you can use this guy for pretty much anything, for any kind of anything that involves a Grim Reaper, you can use him for. And one great thing about him is, if you guys are familiar watching my channel, you guys know I love Spawn fans, and he goes very, very well with Spawn action figures. So, I mean, essentially you can use him for anything. So, there's my custom Necron right there, which turned out really, really, really great. Really great. Doesn't take much. Didn't really need a long black jacket because he has this right here. And he turned out really, really nicely. And the gray complements the gray for his body. He's not completely black. There's a lot of different colors going on with him. So he overall, it was a very, very simple custom, just adding a few minor little details and getting rid of a few minor little, you know, silver apps and coloring them black, and there you go, you have a custom figure. Here is another custom of mine as well. This is Omega Spawn custom. One thing I just wanted to do was, if you guys watched the previous review, is, you know, if you guys have this figure, this chain was just kind of messing up the beautiful design and articulation that he had here at the bottom. So simply I just cut it in half and gave him a red cape. I got rid of this big clunky cape and hooked him up with a cape back there to make him a little bit more lighter, because that cape was heavier than the figure himself. And it just applied some silver detail to this figure. Silver details with a simple Sharpie marker, silver Sharpie marker. I know this is black, but you know, just adding the silver on him, the silver toes and the silver claws, giving him an extra hand. If you guys didn't see a review of that, check it out. I'm not going to explain to you why I gave him another hand, a different hand, but you'll have to check out that review. But it's essentially, yeah, just added some paint apps, red right here, red on the horns, and there you go. You got a custom Omega Spawn. And another great thing about customizations too is talk about the weapons. If you guys are collectors like myself, and you guys know that we collect a lot of freaking weapons, and sometimes, you know, the weapons like the extra head sculpts, like the Predator, end up in your drawer, and you're kind of like, what the hell do I do with them? Well, here's a perfect example. You know, this right here is a Warhammer weapon. All I did was just paint it, add some paint apps to it, gold, black, and red. Gold, black, and red. I had to think about that to match this overall wardrobe, this custom Predator right here. And essentially, one thing about these Predator head sculpts, there's some bodies that don't have ball joints for the neck, for the head, and there's some that do. And sometimes you'll find a body with no ball joint in it, and you'll have a head with no ball joint in it either. The best thing to do is to get a screw it in at the top of the head, and then peg the screw into the hole, and then he is fully articulated Predator right there. Of course, this guy doesn't have much range anyway, simply because of his head and how he's designed, so you're not going to get much range anyway. So adding a screw to this figure is, you know, it doesn't really matter. You still got a Predator, Emperor custom Predator head sculpt right here with a custom weapon, a little bit of custom paint work on him as well, and then you got yourself a new Predator action figure. Mortal Kombat Kitbash Predator action figure. I don't think it gets much cooler than that. Alright guys, I just want to thank you guys for watching this little video of my customization process. Now if you guys out there want to get into customs and you guys have some ideas, go ahead, take a chance, see what you can do, play around with these toys. That's what they are, toys, and you can make yourself one-of-a-kind pieces. I would suggest, right now I've gotten into Warhammer figures because they lack a lot of detail and they're good for customization. This guy is a perfect example, the Chaos Space Marine. I just kind of went crazy with him. I sticked to the color scheme that I was giving, the gold and black, and then I just kind of elaborated on that and just kind of added gold, black, and silver. Being that I knew he was going to have a silver weapon, I figured, okay, let's do the silver tubing, the silver for the belt, the silver down here, and just add some more silver onto him with the gold and black. Instead of making them just two colors, you add a third color on them, and then it broadens the dimension of the figure itself. And then there's the back of the Chaos Space Marine. There's the weapon, detailing the weapon. These figures right here, the Warhammer figures, I definitely highly recommend. They're very, very easy to detail, and they're good figures to practice on as well. I highly, highly recommend it. It's kind of like a clean palette, you know, or a clean canvas, you know, to an artist. These Warhammer figures are really, really nice. Alright guys, so if you tuned in to watch this video, I just want to say thank you. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any ideas for me, let me know. If you have any customs that you did yourself and you want me to know about them, throw some ideas my way. I'm always open to new ideas. Let's have a discussion in the comments. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next review. Peace out.